All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Quick Tip Tuesday. My name is Kevin McKelly, your host, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today is going to be very short and very sweet. I am testing a new live feature, kind of putting a whole bunch of systems together, so we'll see if any of this works, but I know if you're listening on the podcast, that'll definitely pop up there. So thank you so much for tuning in, and the reason why I want to make it short and sweet today is because it's short, sweet, and powerful. So I have been really working at trying to pound away remaining debt that I have, just credit card debt and student loans still. I mean, it's just crazy. And I'm sure probably 70 to 80% of you listening probably have some form of debt, whether it's a car note, whether it's whatever it is. And I've been following a guy named Dave Ramsey. And Dave Ramsey is the kind of, the get out of debt guy. He's the personal finance guru, if you will. Really funny to listen to, really interesting guy, but unbelievably just concise, like really, really concise. There's nothing that is going to kind of throw you for a loop. And the reason I'm bringing him up is because he mentioned something really interesting. It was one of the episodes I was listening to, and he was talking about setting goals, right? And especially obviously getting out of debt is a big goal. And he said a quote that I think he was quoting somebody else. I don't think it was his original one, but he said something that really stuck with me. And he said, achieving a goal is not about what you're willing to do, but it's about what you're willing to not do. And I thought that was so powerful. I thought that was so just wild, because it's so true. The fear of loss in psychology is way more prevalent than the pleasure of gain, right? So if you have $100, you will do anything to fight from losing $100 versus doing something to gain $100. Think about it. If I told you I was going to give you $100, but you would have to give up the next, 3 weekends, doing something, right? Maybe some manual labor or whatever. Probably wouldn't do it. But if I told you that, some guy was going to pickpocket you tomorrow, you'd be really, really pissed off. You'd be really, really upset. So this whole notion of really sacrificing is so much harder. So whether it's getting out of debt, whether it's, creating a morning ritual that has to, going to the gym and you've never worked out before, but you have to start, it's easy to go to the gym. It's really, really hard not to eat the donut. Do you see the difference? It's so wild. And I think we can really use this in so many facets of our lives. So I encourage you moving forward this week, I'd like you to try to think about that and see if there is anything where you can really taste the concept of sacrifice and really think through, okay, what do I have to stop doing in order for this to happen? What leisure do I have to give up? What time do I have to give up? What money and resources or energy do I have to give up in addition to what do I have to do? It's not a one-sided coin here. I mean, this is, they go hand in hand. But I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope this has this concept of what are you willing to not do? What are you willing to sacrifice? I hope that makes sense, and I hope that kind of rings true to you as much as it did to me. If you do have any type of financial or debt issues, check out Dave Ramsey. You can find him anywhere. And until next time, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you on our regularly scheduled episode, and I will see you then. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time.